Hi, my name is Miss Stafford, and I'm a pre-K teacher at DF Huddle Elementary.
And my name is Miss Crossan, and I'm a pre-K teacher at Leslie Moore Elementary.
Today, we're going to be talking about things that are found in the ocean. Oh, it's right in time for summer, isn't it?
I love it.
Oh, yeah, and I'm starting to feel so hot outside, that sun. And then that just reminds me of the beach and all of the sand.
I love the beach.
Yeah, so whenever I think of summer, I do think of the beach because I think of the sand and the sun and all of those things.
Fish and the shells.
Yes, yes. Today we're going to be reading a story called Commotion in the Ocean.
It rhymes.
It does rhyme, and we love rhyming words. Commotion, ocean, those two words rhyme. I wonder what commotion means.
I'm not sure. What do you think?
Commotion in the ocean. Maybe we can think about it a little bit. Let's stop and think. You know, Miss Crossan?
Causing a commotion. Maybe a disturbance?
Disturbance, and they're making
Or
lots of noise.
Noise. Activity.
Maybe.
Motion.
Yeah. Well, let's read the story and then we can see at the end if we can figure out what the word commotion means. Commotion in the Ocean is the title of our story, and the author is Giles Andrea, and the illustrator is David Wachowski.
Wow.
That's a fancy name too, right? Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. We know that this is our title page. Commotion in the ocean. There's a curious commotion at the bottom of the ocean. I think we ought to go and take a look. You'll find every sort of creature that lives beneath the sea swimming through the pages of this book. There are dolphins, whales, and penguins. There are jellyfish and sharks. There's the turtle and the big white polar bear, but you can see behind the wrecks, in between the rocks. Let's take a look and find who's hiding there. Look at this. This looks, I wonder what this is right here. I don't remember seeing these circles in the water like that.
No, because it's on a ship or a submarine that's underwater looking through the window.
Oh, wouldn't that be amazing to be able to go under the water and see what's at the bottom of the ocean? Because
Yes.
we see what's at the top. Oh, I can't wait. Look, a crab. The crab likes walking sideways, and I think the reason why is to make himself look sneaky and pretend that he's a spy. Wouldn't it be fun to be a crab?
Absolutely.
Did you know that they could walk sideways?
Didn't know that.
I don't think I knew that either. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh, and I love these, Miss Crossan. They're turtles. We crawl up the beach from the water to bury our eggs on dry land. We lay a whole batch, and then when they hatch, they scamper about in the sand.
Look how cute.
I heard rhyming words. Batch, hatch. Can we think of another word? Batch, hatch,
Catch.
match. We love those rhyming words. Oh, look how sweet those sea turtles are. Here's one in the water. And here is one on the dry land. Miss Crossan, can you count how many baby turtles there are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 baby sea turtles. And we have 2 large sea turtles. And 8 here, 9, 10. So 10 in all. Let's see what's next. Dolphins.
Oh, another one of my favorites.
The wonderful thing about dolphins is hearing them trying to speak. It's not how do you do, as I'd say to you. It's more of a click, whistle, squeak. Look at them jump. Have you ever seen dolphins jump out of the water?
I have. I love it.
What were you doing when you saw the dolphins jump out of the water?
I was sitting on the beach watching them.
So you can see them from the beach that close?
Yes.
So you were kind of like right here on this sand and you saw them. I've seen them too. How many dolphins are all together?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 dolphins all together. Ooh, an angelfish. When I hear angelfish, I think of that character in the movie.
Finding Nemo.
Yes, and her name was Dory. And she was silly because she forgot things. Let's see what about this angelfish, what we can find. Hello, I'm an angelfish darling, the prettiest thing in the sea. What a shame there are no other creatures as gorgeous and lovely as me. And look at this, a jellyfish. What's something about a jellyfish that we know?
I think they sting.
Dude, what part of them stings?
Their tentacles.
Ooh, they're so pretty. I hate that they sting. They kind of remind me almost of an octopus with these little tentacles that go like this. Let's see. The jellyfish just loves to jiggle, which other fish think is quite silly. She knows that it's not all that useful, but jiggling's lots of good fun. I bet you if I had all of those pretty little tentacles and stingers, I would want to wiggle them too. But I would not want to be in the water with them. Oh, everyone knows who this is. A shark. I swim with a grin up to greet you. See how my jaws open wide. Why don't you come a bit closer? Please take a good look inside. Why do you think he wants to take a good look inside?
So he can nibble on me.
Oh no! Oh, they're going yikes! And they're swimming away as fast as they can. Yeah, sharks are not known for being sweet, are they?
Sharp teeth.
Sharp teeth. How many teeth?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. And they have lots more teeth when it's in real life. But we can tell that this picture is what? That this book so far has been fiction. It has not been real, right? It may have some real information about those animals, but it's a fiction book.
It's more like a drawing.
Yeah, an illustration. It doesn't have photographs in it, right?
Right.
Swordfish. I love to chase other small fishes. It keeps me from getting too bored. And then when I start feeling hungry, I skewer a few on my sword. Oh my goodness, look at that. It does look like a sword. That's a good name for that fish. This is an octopus. Having 8 arms can be useful. You may think it looks a little bit funny, but it helps me to hold all my children and tickle each one on the tummy. Oh, look at her.
Yes.
All those arms to snuggle her babies.
All octopuses have 8 legs.
8. And do you know they have suction cups on the bottom?
Really?
Yeah, so they can climb up things. How many octopi do we have all together?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 octopi. These are my favorite. This is the stingray. When we went to the aquarium in New Orleans, you've heard of New Orleans. When we went to the aquarium there, we got to do our 2-finger touch. And it was so wonderful. Miss Stafford was so excited.
I got to feed them.
Oh.
You hold the little fish like ice cream.
Uh-huh.
Put your hand under the water, and their mouth is underneath. Their eyes are on top, and their mouth is underneath their body. And they swim over, and suck up the fish.
Oh my goodness, that had to be so much fun. At the bottom of the ocean, the stingray flaps its wings, but don't you get too close to him. His tail really stings. Oh, and look, the tail stung the little fish right there. Oh, look at that long tail and wings. I didn't know things under the ocean, under the sea, has wings.
I think that's how what he uses to swim.
Yes, he doesn't have fins and scales like a lot of the ocean creatures we've been seeing. Lobster. Never shake hands with a lobster. It isn't a wise thing to do. With a clippity clap and a snippity snap, he would snip all your fingers in two. Oh my goodness. We see these sometimes and we get them confused in Louisiana with
crawfish.
Lobster are a lot bigger, but sometimes when we see this picture, we're from Louisiana and we go, oh, that's some crawfish. These are lobster. They're a lot bigger, but they look very similar with their claws. And they're usually red and have some little legs right there.
That's right.
The deep sea.
Ooh.
So it must be really dark at the bottom in the deep sea.
Deep.
Why would it be dark?
Because the sun can't get through the water.
True, because it's at the deep means very low. Goes far down, like the deep end of a pool. Miles below the surface, where the water's dark and deep, live the most amazing creatures that you could ever meet. There are fish of all descriptions of every shape and size. Some have giant pointy teeth and great big bulging eyes. Some of them can walk around and balance on their fins, but the strangest fish of all have glowing whiskers on their chins. What? I wonder why we don't really see these a whole lot in stories and on TV. Maybe it's because they live so far deep.
They're hard to get
They're
to.
hard to find. They're hard to get to. Yeah, because we can only go so deep before, like, the submarines can't go all the way down. That would be hard. Oh, look at that. The blue whale. There's no other beast on the planet as big as the giant blue whale. He measures a massive 100 feet long from his head to the tip of his tail. Oh my goodness. Miss Stafford is almost 6 feet. I'm 5 feet 10 inches. How tall are you?
5 feet 4 inches.
So think about that. Me and Miss Crossan are only about 5.5 feet tall. This is 100 feet
tall.
long. Yes. Oh man, that sounds huge. Oh, look at this. Barnacles. We're just a bunch of barnacles, and all we do is clean. We know it's not that glamorous, but it's our favorite thing. So barnacles must attach to the bottom of the well. Yeah, I wonder why they would attach there. I'm not sure either. I wonder if they can get like some of the algae and stuff off of it, because sometimes we know like birds will peck like fleas and stuff off of other animals to help them. So I wonder if the barnacles, if they have a job like that they do.
It probably is the algae that they're eating.
Yeah, they may be trying to help the well. Oh, and look at this.
A water spout.
Oh, water spout. We see the water come out like a waterfall, huh? Especially on that big animal. Walruses.
Oh.
Our bodies are covered with blubber. What's blubber?
Fat.
Yes, they're big and fat. And our tusks are incredibly long. We're grumpy and proud, and we bellow out loud to show that we're mighty and strong. We know that walruses have two
Tusks.
tusks. What's another animal that lives on land that has tusks?
Elephants.
Elephants, and we remember that from when we talked about elephants the other day. Oh, look at them. They're all just laying out, chilling. They just like taking naps, it looks like. Or look, they have eyes that are doing like this. They look like they're mad. And he looks like he's laughing at his friends being mad at each other. Ooh, penguins. Penguins, we waddle around on our iceberg, which makes our feet slither and slide. And when we get close to the water, we leap with the splash off the side. Penguins are so cool, I think, because they can go and slide on their bellies, and it just looks like they have so much fun being penguins. And they waddle, and they can live in the ice. Huh, yes, and they don't even get cold in the water. Oh,
I
and
would.
they're so little, I would think that they would get cold. Polar bears. Deep out in the Arctic, the mommy polar bear snuggles up with all her children since it's very cold out there. Here she is, and she has her babies. Oh, I see one in the back. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many penguins do we have, Miss Carlson? That's a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, and then look, I see 2 sets of penguins.
Go turn on the TV back there.
17.
No, I lied. Finish that. No, finish.
There's a little webbed feet sticking out. That is so much fun to be around all those friends. Whew, what a lot of creatures we have seen beneath the sea. What a lot of funny things to do. Some of them might lick their lips and eat you in one bite, and some might want to swim around you. The dolphin's very friendly and the lobster's very fierce, but the shark is the most dangerous by far. Can you name the other friends we've made along the way? see if you can tell me who they are. I want you to be thinking about all the animals we saw, because me and Miss Crossley are going to be right back with the animals that we saw in this book. So you try to remember which ones that we had in our story. See you in a minute. Hey guys, we have brought some animals from our story, some ocean animals for you to see. Our first one is a penguin, and these are his wings. But they're not wings for flying, they're wings
For swimming.
for swimming. Remember, they go down the ice and into the water and swim. What other animal do you have, Miss Carlson?
I remember reading about the octopus.
The octopus.
Do you remember how many legs octopus have?
8. An octopus has 8 legs.
And lots of suctions.
Yes, lots and lots of suction cups on the bottom, huh?
What else?
We have a shark. It was the fiercest animal we know, fierce. We know that word from our zoo animals. And it has fins and a tail and lots of sharp teeth. This particular shark has a pointy nose. So there's other sharks though, like a hammerhead. There's lots of other sharks that have different kind of features. But this is the shark that we usually see and we usually talk about, huh?
Miss Stafford, what are these?
Those are his gills. That's how he takes in the water and gets his oxygen from the water. Yes.
Cool. Oh, here's one of my favorites.
Oh,
Don't get it confused with the shark. This is the dolphin. They jump out of the water.
that's the one when you were on the beach you saw.
Yes, and they are friendly animals.
Aren't they very smart too? Aren't they a
They
very
are.
smart animal? They like talk to each other.
And do tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, and he has a spout.
He does.
Just like the
whale.
Just like the whale, yes. Our next one is the walrus. We saw the walrus in our book, and we said that he has long tusks like an elephant. And he's got blubber, which means he's kind of is like just because he likes to be lazy and napping. But then they can also be mean and aggravated with their friends. Remember we saw when they had mean eyes? Yes, they can be fierce as well. What other animal do we have?
Oh, do you remember the crab?
I do, and it had
Oh, yes, claws. And do you remember how he traveled?
sideways. He walked sideways.
So cute.
Yes. This is a whale. A whale. Here is his eyes and fins and his tail. And he likes to slap his tail in the water and make water splash everywhere. He also has a blowhole in the top too. A spout that throws water everywhere. What animal do we have next, Miss
Do you
Carlson?
remember what this is called?
A stingray.
That's right. It has wings.
Just like the penguin. But
Yes.
can he fly?
No, he uses them to swim. And his eyes are on the top, and his mouth is underneath.
And look how flat he is. Oh, I remember something else. His tail. It can sting you. Yes, his tail has a barb on the end and it can sting you. Yes. And this is our last animal, and it is a sea turtle. Look, his shell is kind of flat. And he has built-in petals. Instead of having feet like the turtles we see in our yard, they're flat so they can swim through the water. Yes. And here is his eyes. How many flippers does he have?
4.
4, yes. And how many eyes?
2.
And he's yellow and green. Oh, remember, they come out of the water, they go in the sand, they lay their eggs, and then they go back in the water. So they can do like the alligator did in our other story. They can live
right.
in the water or out. That's exciting. That's talent right there. All right, so I hope you enjoyed our story, and I hope you enjoyed talking about our animals from the ocean. And all of your teachers miss you. Miss Stafford, I love you, and I miss you.
I love and miss all of you also.
Y'all have a wonderful day.